This morning on The Dish, Chef Zach Pollack. His culinary journey began in Florence, Italy, where he fell in love with the country's food and culture. After honing his skills abroad, he returned to his Los Angeles roots, opening the critically acclaimed eatery Alimento. And now he's followed that up with Cosa Buona, his inventive approach to casual Italian cuisine. Our Jamie Wax paid Pollack a visit to see how he turns the simple into the extraordinary.
Mod sticks to go, and 33 single pepperoni.
To experience Chef Zach Pollack's beautiful, flavorful, often whimsical take on Italian cuisine, while sitting across the table from the chef himself,
Wow.
is to be in the presence of something akin to a teenager discovering the joy of his life.
That is not the cheese stick from the mall.
Did you go ranch? I didn't
went
notice.
ranch.
You went ranch.
Combined with a disciplined artisan studied in the skills, details, and techniques of ancient cultures, as when he describes the cuisine in his pizza-focused restaurant.
When we opened, 90% of the menu was kind of written already by what kinds of things a pizzeria has, and the exercise here has always been execute it as best as we possibly can. Use all the techniques that we've learned and, bring it home and kind of keep it an honest portrayal of what it should be.
Like his dishes, it all comes together perfectly when one considers that he found his passion for cooking while pursuing his passion for architecture as a college student studying abroad in Italy.
I got distracted while I was there. The way Italians engage with food and wine was unlike anything I'd ever experienced. Food is not just something that is consumed, it's a ritual, it's a part of life. It connects them to their history, it connects them to their geographies, and that was just something that really blew my mind.
You say the Florentine Central Market really pulled you in and all of the foods and experiences there.
It was so overwhelming. It probably was like a kid in a candy store, and I was just totally bowled over. And I had a little apartment there, and I would buy whatever I could and bring it back to my apartment, and on that little tiny two-burner, cook whatever I could cook.
Do you remember the moment where you really shifted from saying, I don't think I'm going to be an architect anymore, I think this is going to be my life?
I remember being in that little apartment and saying, this is, something is going on here, and I need to at least give it a try.
After a brief return to convince his parents of the shift in his career focus, the Los Angeles native started a series of exhausting but meaningful apprenticeships back in Italy.
I remember starting service, and then literally, and this is not hyperbole, literally, the woman that was running the station where I was staging that night said, okay, it's time to break down. And I looked up at the clock, and it was like 11:45, and I was in total disbelief. And that's when I knew, okay, something about restaurant cooking that you're going to find really fulfilling, and I've always found it really fulfilling.
You lost yourself and lost time in that first experience.
The first day.
And after years of diligent work in the kitchens of respected chefs, the LA boy brought all his knowledge and creativity back home to both honor traditional Italian cuisine and to turn it on its head with the elegantly appointed and sophisticated Alimento and his inspired take on a classic pizza joint, Cosa Buona.
So the spot where the restaurant is has been a pizzeria since, I think, the 50s. So carrying on that tradition was really important.
It was at Cosa Buona that he set up a spread for us that was nothing short of an architectural masterpiece.
Just make sure you don't stab it with the fork.
No, I'm going to lift it.
Italian soup dumplings, a complete reversal of tortellini and brodo.
People have got to smile when this comes to the table.
I always smile when this comes to the table.
It's fun.
I'm going to have one too.
Yeah, please.
Crispy
Cheers.
polenta with salmon roe.
Yes. That's all I can say is yes to every bit of this. The texture, the flavors.
2 chopped salads, one more traditional with salami and pepperoncini, the other with fried chickpea polenta and an emulsified vinaigrette. His irreverently reverent Hawaiian pizza.
Just because there's a lot of, pizza out there with pineapple that maybe isn't good doesn't mean that pizza and pineapple can't be friends.
You like that challenge.
Absolutely.
And a unique eggplant parm that cooks overnight.
All of this is really very traditional in its construction and in its flavor profile.
Totally, and there definitely is, like you say, a lot of inspiration from maybe techniques from other cultures. It all, at the end of the day, is hopefully paying homage to its roots.
Everything here makes cohesive sense. It seems to be a guy having a lot of fun with his creativity and with both his limitations in the fact that there are no limits, really.
It's funny you say that because I actually think that I work much better when there are limits, when there are boundaries. Those boundaries would force creativity. I think that's why I kind of went from architecture into cooking, because they are both very creative fields, but they are also heavily bound by rules, right? At the end of the day, the house has to stand up. If it looks gorgeous but it falls down, you haven't done your job. As a chef, it can't just look great, certainly, and it can't even just taste great, or then we'd all just make candy bars. It has to be nutritious. It has to nourish.
And after a career spent bringing new ideas to the table, Zach Pollack is grateful that he can once again bring diners to the table.
I've always loved, entertaining and making people happy. And, there is an ambitious program that comes with that, which is how do we bring more of these to other parts of Los Angeles? We're looking at possible other locations.
Well, you need to put the new location near my house, please. That's all I ask.
Very good.
Because you've made this person very happy today, I can tell you.
For CBS Saturday Morning.
Salud.
Cheers.
Jamie Wax, Los Angeles.
We are so mad at you right now, Jamie, because that looks so good.
How hungry
Oh my God.
are you right now?
I'd take one of everything.
Yeah, and beautiful. Not just the flavor, I'm sure, was wonderful, but the presentation, everything looked so good.
I also like the Hawaiian pizza with the jalapeno.
Jalapeno.
My wife is a huge Hawaiian pizza fan. I'm not, but I would. That
It's
is
a
an
debate. I
interesting
might
take.
try that.
Yeah,
with-
Margot loves that too. Yeah, it's a winner. What can we say?